I prayed and prayed and prayed. They made a mistake. They didn't make a mistake. So it was definitely leukemia. From 3 onwards we tried to get him out of the buggy, but his legs were sore and he kept trying to get back into it. But we thought it was laziness. We also thought he was being dramatic. And then he used to get a lot of throat infections like tonsillitis and all. That was all part of his immune system coming down. We didn't know at the time, but these were signs. There was the very bad pain in his stomach that I've never ever seen. He crawled up the stairs, still in pain. I had to follow him and he wouldn't let me near him. He crawled onto my bed and he just fell asleep, and I went, oh my God, there is something wrong here. We went into the hospital. The poor thing got blood test after blood test out of his arms, and he was black and blue all over. And they said, well, if it doesn't come back to vitamin B12 deficiency, that we're going to do a lumbar puncture. And then it started hitting me, there's something here. They didn't say anything, but in my head, kind of knew something weird was going on. Because all I knew about leukemia was nobody survives leukemia. And I just said to the doctor, which I don't know why I said this, but I just said, how long? I'll never forget the journey from the door of Crumlin Hospital down to St. John's ward. It's the oncology ward. It was the longest journey because it's from the door to St. John's is from the front of the hospital to the end of the hospital. They called it good news. It was ALL, so it was so much better than the other one. Although it's going to be a long road, 3.5 years, and a lot of treatment and all that, he has 80% chance, and that's what I wanted to hear, the 80% chance. That was the good news. Killian was brought up a couple of days later for his Hickman put in for his treatment. It's a central line that goes in through his, I think it's the jugular, into the vein and out here, and it has 2 little things that you can take blood from, or you can give treatment through, or anything like that. So I was trained in how to take the bloods. I was also trained to clean the Freddy. They called it a Freddy in the hospital because that's what all the kids called it, and it was their friend. He had a combination of chemo through drip, and he also had chemo tablets as well. He also had steroids as well, and he'd have lumbar punctures done as well to check how things were going on. Plus he also had chemo in his spine to make sure it didn't get to the brain. He also had blood transfusions when he needed it, and platelet transfusions when he needed it. If he got sick in between any time, like if he got high temperature during the nights or anything like that, or any concerns or anything, he'd be brought into hospital. Killian started school the following year. Should we send him or not send him? But I wanted things to be as normal, and I even asked like the nurses in there, like, oh yeah, do what you need to do. So we did. We sent him to school. I wanted him to get a normal life, and he did. He went to school. He felt like he couldn't fit back in when he went back in. He wasn't that social in school because his life was going into the hospital, having adults around him, having me looking after him, especially. Like I would be cleaning his Freddy, taking bloods, making sure he got his medicines, going to appointments. We're on alert all the time, like with him. We used to go down to Waterford every year just as a family, like just to get away for a few weeks. We'd have to arrange with the hospital, for Waterford Hospital, for the bloods to go in there, for if anything happened to him that he could go into the children's ward there. We'd have to bring loads of medications with us. You can't just get up and go. I didn't know, but my sister nominated him for Make-A-Wish, which was beautiful. They arranged for us all to go over to Disneyland Paris. Thank God for Make-A-Wish, because they really helped us as a family as well. They made a good lasting memory for us. I think I felt like I had to protect him a little bit more, but at the same time I wanted him to have a bit of a life. So anytime he was a little, even the headache, any little sickness, it was like, okay, I have to get this into it. I still worry, and I try not let him know that now. I think I passed on my worries to him without knowing, and I wish I didn't do that. When you finish treatment, you think that's a real joyful. It is and it isn't, because you're finished with all the routines, the security of the hospital. You're on your own. What do I do now? I've no medications, no caring, no nut. What do I do if this, that or the other happens? I think I'm a very anxious person and always have been, but with Killian, if he comes with anything wrong with him, I get a kind of sicky feeling in my tummy. I hope he doesn't know that. I feel that because I had to look after Killian more, give more attention to him than the other two, I feel like I missed out a couple of years of my other two kids' lives. I only noticed that later on in life. He was found out so early, thank God. So he can live up to 90, 100, He's starting to come out of himself a bit now, and he's starting to get better in himself because now he doesn't need me anymore. He has a girlfriend now, and he seems to be happier. So now I hope to God, because he doesn't need me, and I'm happy for him to go in life now and be happy with someone else.